Dan, any huge upsets here in what she did, either her or him or her?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 2001 U.S. Open Table Tennis Championships, a proud member of the International Table Tennis Federation's Pro Tour. This is the women's singles final. Let's take a moment and honor our athletes and our officials. Now to introduce our players. First, from Japan, Umemura. Ms. Umemura just recently last week won the Brazilian Open. She's currently ranked 99th in the world and making a quick climb up the world rankings. And from China, ranked number 25 in the world, Jianfeng. This is the best 3 of 5 match. To announce our officials, Ali Salam, our referee.
Assistant umpire from Curacao, Oscar Vanderbeest. Umpire for the women's singles final from Curacao, Roberto Martina. Please begin.
Umemura is the talk of this tournament, and we will discuss her when we return with the finals of the women's singles here at the U.S. Open.
Please come in and find your seats, ladies and gentlemen. The singles final is about to begin.
We can, 15 or 20 seconds is fine. We can continue it through the match.
USA Table Tennis would once again like to thank its sponsors who made this event possible this week. Butterfly, Florida Sports Foundation, Greater Fort Lauderdale Broward County Convention Center, Marina Marriott Hotel, Itaku, United Airlines.
Okay, I'll kind of do a big broad reset to match your graphics there, if that makes sense.
Please, ladies and gentlemen, turn off your cell phones and pagers. You don't want to be bothered anyway. Sit back, relax.
Good.
enjoy
Thanks
the
for the reminder,
competition.
Tom. Will do.
Please, no flash.
Niu is in the blue.
Neo's in the red.
Okay. Well, I had a choice of 2.
Okay.
So, Umemura and Niu Jianfeng, right? Jianfeng.
Yes.
Do they call that the tape or the strap, the white across the top of the net? They ever refer to it that way like tennis does?
No.
Okay. It's just all net.
Yes.
Okay. Great. Thank you. Thank you. The 2001 U.S. Open Table Tennis Tournament is the 6th of 12 tournaments on the ITTF Tour this year, all of which lead to the Grand Finals next January. We have decided champions in men's and women's doubles. Now we will decide the women's singles final. Aya Umemura of Japan in the blue shirt will be facing Niu Jianfeng. Niu is of China and Umemura of Japan, and Umemura, Dan, is the talk of the tournament in part because of last week's triumph, as well as what she's done here in Fort Lauderdale.
That's right, Chuck. Last week she was seated ranked 90th in the world. She won the Brazilian Open on the Pro Tour, had 4 upset wins, and here at the U.S. Open she's had 3 upset wins to make the final. So 2 weeks in a row, being 90th in the world, to make 2 Pro Tour finals, and maybe she can win a second Pro Tour stop 2 weeks in a row.
Niu is serving. She's 20. Umemura is 24 years old.
It's backhand topspin. Umemura seeded 15th, Chuck, in this event. Very unusual for a player seeded that low to make it to the final. But she's on a hot streak after winning the Brazil Open last week and trying to add the U.S. Open.
Niu, on the other hand, is seeded 3rd. Niu's world rank is 25, and as Dan mentioned, Umemura has jumped from 90th to 54th in a week. 3-1.
And she will definitely jump up at least another 15 to 20 spots after this tournament. Even if she doesn't win this final, she can win this final, maybe another 25 spots. Quickly down 1-4 though.
To get here, Umemura had to win 12 of 15 this week, so she had 3 losses. Niu, on the other hand, has a record of 12-1 this week in singles.
A couple of quick backhand topspins by Aya Umemura, followed by a forehand that hits the top of the net. There's another backhand, quick backhand, and a hooking forehand. Curves and hits the net. Oh, an easy opening forehand down the middle. Goes long. Sometimes you can hit a winner down the middle, but the table's shorter, so if you're not careful, it'll just carry long. Both these players very strong out of the backhand topspins, which is sort of the new shot in table tennis. Forehand topspin has always been the staple of the game, but the backhand topspin is the new dynamic.
Has the bigger ball changed the shot making much, or just the pace?
You just have to be a little bit stronger. There's a little bit more mass on the ball, and takes sometimes 2 or 3 shots a little bit extra. Have to be a little bit stronger. Players are lifting weights a little more and trying to be a little bit more powerful in their swings. Nice powerful swing.
3-7 now.
The Chinese women's players have dominated world table tennis for many years. If I could win this final and win 2 Pro Tour stops in a row, it would be a slight change in that. But quickly, Niu, looking like the favorite in this match with her 3rd seeding, quickly goes out 8-3. But Ai has actually missed a couple. Oh, look at that forehand turn. Opening backhand there by Ai right down the center of the table, but Niu quickly moving to the side. Counter topspin's a winner. Watch the quick movement. Excellent footwork there to get in position to do that shot.
Niu has 1 title on the tour, Yugoslavia back in 1997. She is 13th on the tour point standings right now.
Little side backspin. Oh, there's a big forehand by Ai. She's going to need that forehand in this match. Backhand topspins are just not going to be enough. I think once these players get warmed up, though, we're going to see some excellent topspin rallies. It's a good little flick on the short service. At the highest levels, Chuck, the players always serve very low with side spin. a lot of times side spin, backspin, because it's very difficult to attack that service. If you try to attack it, the net gets in the way and you can't really go forward. So you'll see a lot of short side. There's a side spin, backspin service, and she gets the opening forehand attack.
6-10.
You'll see that almost 70% of the serves, those short little cuts just over the net. And Yo trying to drop it in short, pops up a little bit and gives her an opening. There's another one. There's an opening forehand, big and wide. And I quickly from 10-3 gets back in this game at 10-7. When you're the underdog, it's really important to get out and get that first game. Oh, look at that backhand topspin to the wide corner. I a little bit slow to recover from the forehand drop shot. There's that, watch a short little drop shot on the forehand.
Umemura down 5. Until last week, when she just ripped through the Brazilian Open in Sao Paulo, her best finish in a singles event over the past 4 years had only been the 3rd round. So that was quite a catapult for her. She beat 3 top 30 players last week in Brazil to take the Brazilian Open.
With the side spin chop serve, and I with the excellent backhand loop. Looks like that's her real strong point, that backhand opening. Yu changing serve to the backhand serve. Little side spin top spin, big backhand loop on the angle.
In her semifinal, Niu defeated Ruji Hai in 3 straight and rather easily. Umemura in her semifinal against Olga Nimish of Germany needed 4 games to win.
Hai rather tall, coming over the top with that forehand. Excellent forehand with a curve. Oh, and Yu counters with her forehand power. Does touch the net. Anytime when the ball's going about 60 miles an hour and touches the net, it just throws off the rhythm. You just can't really play it, even though you're right there. It just changes the timing of the play, and you just feel helpless. And Yu asserting command of this match. Just looks a little bit stronger technically and really making some great counterattacks when she's not getting the first attack.
Again, she's 3rd seeded here at the U.S. Open. Umemura is seeded 15th.
Sort of a fake shot down the line. She fakes it, moves her head. There you go, right there. That opens it up. Well, there's a counter topspin by Niu. He's just opening the ball right to the forehand. He just needs to take it wide or down the middle.
The doubles finals are best 2 of 3, but when we get to singles, they go to best 3 of 5.
A lot longer match. Players have more time to just use strategy and change it up. You don't feel so stressed out. The 2 out of 3 happen so quickly. 3 out of 5, you can lose the first game, get a feel for the technique that you need to win the match, and you don't have to hurry as much. But I, being the underdog, obviously this is an important game, and she's fell behind 10-3 early, and now 19-11. And Niu, as the favorite, is certainly in control of this match, even though it's early.
One point away now from winning the first game. Niu Jianfeng of China. And she gets it like that. So game 1 to the favorite. And we'll take a look at the winning point once again.
There's a short side spin serve. And I trying to drop the ball in the net. Trying to drop it short, it just goes in the net.
10-point win, rather easy in game 1 of this best 3 of 5, and we will continue with the U.S. Open Women's Singles Championship after this. Niu ever winning on the tour. Does that make sense?
Probably true. Well, we have one here, right?
Oh, yeah. How do I have this? Or this? Oh. We continue with the women's singles final here at the U.S. Open in Florida. Japan's Aya Umemura lost decidedly in game 1, 21-11 to China's Niu Jianfeng. This is Umemura serving to begin game 2. Umemura is seeded 15th in this event. Niu is 3rd.
And they both trade backhand topspins. Ai wins the first one, and Niu picks up the second one. It's called a backhand loop. It's a heavy topspin drive, a lot of wrist action. Long serve, and again, Niu excellent with the backhand. I can't understand why Ai is attacking that or letting her start from that side. I would definitely start her on the forehand side. Right there, that's where she started, right in the middle on the forehand, and then attack wide. She has a little bit of problem though, because Ai kind of likes the backhand play too. That's her favorite play, but technically Niu is just a little bit too strong. That's it, right there in the middle of the forehand. Excellent return by Niu. She sort of fades it to the backhand corner.
3-2 for Niu.
Going with an unusual serve. Oh, side cut. Sort of like a tomahawk type service. Another side cut. Better watch that one. That's definitely going down. Very unusual motion. Sometimes those unique, unusual motions just catch you off guard, and quickly Ai makes 2 errors. And game 2 is already almost out of hand. 5-2. Another one. Oh, she don't want to do it 3 times in a row though. That one there did not have the backspin. She kind of put a little bit of topspin on it. She's staying with this serve. Oh, goes with the hook on the front. A couple of quick points by Umemura. Very important points, and she's back in game 2 here.
5-4.
Excellent read topspin. Right down the middle. That ball curved about 6 inches when it hit the table. It's called a hooking topspin forehand.
Important for her to have jumped right back into it. Tied at 5.
Oh, side spin, topspin serve. Watch the wrist action in the service. Very quick and very snapping across the ball. Always using some side spin on the ball. Players use side spin on the ball, so the ball will kind of tend to go to one side of the court or the other. And side spin serve. Come over the top and right off the edge there. Very quick. Niu drives the backhand down the line. Ai was in perfect position, but somehow the ball just seemed like it slipped off her racket. Ai's looking at the table as though the ball skidded a little bit, which it probably did. It was a good push. Very quick to the corner. Ai was late getting ready, so it was more being late than it was a table. And Niu with a forehand counter topspin from 4 feet away. Right here.
So 8-7 to Niu. Let's serve. In addition to winning a singles title in '97 in Yugoslavia, Niu also reached the semifinals once last year and also at the Croatian Open this year. Also in Croatia, she won the doubles title, so she's been to the mountaintop and presumably understands the pressure. Everything's kind of new to Umemura on the other hand. probably the first time she's come into a tournament the hunted instead of the hunter after last week's Brazilian Open.
Right, and she's come up strong. 3 upsets this week, too. Get to the final. Big game here for Umemura, though.
She trails 10-8.
Not playing particularly well this fight. Watch his drive to the middle of the body. Table tennis, the best place to attack is right at the body. Umemura gets kind of caught there, not able to make a full swing.
Let's serve.
Best place to attack is right in the center where a player has to decide, is it a forehand or a backhand? And if they just hesitate a moment, very difficult to play the ball. Service mistake by Liu. Gets Umemura back to 10-9.
Crowd is slowly starting to filter in. There's been a lot of competition behind the main arena here. Unusually high number of competitors. And they're just now finishing up. And also we were a little bit ahead of schedule here with the sequence of finals matches. But they're now starting to file in. And it will all boil down to the men's singles, which will follow this.
Forehand mistake by Umemura. Liu is going forward with the backhand. Just not enough time for her to get that swing ready. Timeout being called by the Japanese coach. They have 1 timeout per match, and this is certainly an early timeout. Isn't the best 3 out of 5, but I think probably a good timeout because the match is not getting away, but it doesn't look like it's going her way. Umemura needs to start having some different tactical advice because she's definitely not going to win this match if it continues on this pattern.
She lost the first game by 10, 21-11. Trails here by 2. Men's singles will follow, and as is the case with this women's match, in which kind of an unheralded player and a lower seeded player made it to the finals, so it will be in the men's. The top seed, Liu Guzhong, will be taking on the 14th seed, Johnny Wong. And it's Johnny Wong who has been the men's surprise of this event.
Timeouts will last 1 minute. Like I said, player gets 1 per match, so Umemura will not have any timeouts left for the rest of the match. This is a crucial game, Chuck. She's the underdog. She's lost the first, not looking real strong. Down a couple here in game 2. She needs to win this game really to have any hope. I can't see her coming back and winning 3 games if she loses this one. If she's down 2-0, very difficult for her to win. Almost no chance. So this is the match for her. Liu just has more topspin than Umemura, and it certainly makes a difference. That last ball there was just loaded with topspin. Umemura tried to push it down and went long by a couple of feet. Sort of a high drop shot there. Umemura getting cut where it really should have been a forehand. She's hitting a backhand.
Again, Liu is one of those new faces coming out of China. Just 20 years old, ranked 25th in the world, and being handed that baton by some of the older, more experienced players, and the pipeline remains full for China.
Umemura was just reprimanded there for hitting the ball away from the court, trying to take a break. Not allowed to do. Sometimes an umpire will give you a yellow card for that, but this umpire, just a warning. Oh, big topspin there. Liu taking over the match. Comfortably handling this match against Umemura. Liu Jianfeng moving in position to go up 2-0 after that timeout. The timeout did her no good, Chuck. Lost 4 in a row, down 12-10. She lost 4 in a row.
And now down 5.
Liu going with that side spin, cuts her long. Umemura late, lifting the ball up. She thought it was going to be a short serve. Excellent tactical shot there by Liu, who's had all the answers here, technically and spin-wise. side spin, topspin serve. Umemura steps in, tries to turn it over. Ball carries long. It's a heavy backspin serve there. Niu just has more spin than Umemura. A little bit quicker too on the footwork. That long serve, quick backhand down the line. Excellent 1-2 technique there. Wide to the backhand, wide to the forehand. Watch this, wide to the backhand, wide to the forehand. Umemura off balance. You can see her front foot was up in the air. Lucky to even get the ball on the racket. Oh, there's a nice counter from there. But when you're down 19-11, it really doesn't matter.
Niu talking to herself though, she retrieves the ball.
Yeah, she looped that right to her forehand. Normally, especially with an easy shot like that, you don't want to put it right to the power. And
Lots of match points now for Niu, or pardon me, game points. Still leading 20-13. She won the first one 21-11. And now takes this one 21-13. Really impressive. Niu Jianfeng of China, ranked 25th in the world, and here's how she got game 2.
here's the quick cut to the wide backhand. Quick cut to the wide backhand. Umemura off balance, leaning backwards. Not really sure where the ball's going, and that's pretty much the way the match is going.
And we will return after this with game 3. Will it be the last of this best 3 of 5 women's singles at the U.S. Open? Goes straight.
Right through.
I said straight sets earlier. What do you guys say?
Straight games.
Straight games. This comes too close after Wimbledon, I guess. Ready now for game 3 of the women's singles final here at the U.S. Open in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Yu Yangfeng, who is about to serve in the red shirt and is third seeded in this event, has won the first 2 over Aya Umemura, 21-11 and 21-13, just dominating the match. This is a best 3 of 5, so if she can take this game, she will have her second tour singles title, the first coming 4 years ago. Umemura, on the other hand, is coming off her first win just last week in Brazil when she startled the sport, beginning that tournament ranked 90th in the world, but shooting up to 54th when she managed to beat 3 top 30 opponents in Sao Paulo.
And Chuck, I'm really impressed with Niu. She fights so hard. She's been winning comfortably, but she doesn't give any points away. She's putting the fist up after making a topspin. Just almost intimidating her opponent. Just at every point, look at her. She's up 2-0, now 4-0, just rolling along, but yet she's not playing any loose points, which players tend to do when things are going easy. Watch this backhand topspin. See her put the fist up a little bit, fighting the whole way. Great focus. And another great backhand. She's still putting that fist up, and Umemura just shaking her head, thinking, what can I do? She played 2 or 3 excellent points there. There's that powerful backhand right off the bounce. Typical Chinese play. Take it early and go forward, not giving your opponent any time to think. And when they do that, a lot of times make very poor decisions. And Umemura is definitely under a lot of stress at this point. And another error, and quickly 0-6. And just very impressive play by the number 3 seed, Yu Jianfeng from China. Umemura showing that a little inexperience And that maybe last week was not necessarily a fluke, but she's not really competing in this match in any way, shape, or form.
But to get here, she took 12 of her 15 games. So it seems to be falling apart just here in the final.
And she's used their timeout. This would be a good time to have had that timeout, but down 8-0 and 2 games to love.
What's the jet lag factor? Last week it was Brazil, this week America.
Normally just 2 or 3 days, and they've been here a full week, so they should be fine. But that jet lag does make a big difference. Your depth perception, it feels like your feet aren't on the floor. If you don't get here early enough, sometimes that first round will just knock you right out. 9-0 run, 10-0 run. You can see Umemura is just completely out of it.
Yep.
Can't even score, but a lot of it has to do with Niu is just playing so well, putting so much pressure on her. Now Umemura has lost her focus, making errors left and right, missing her serve at 9-0. 11-0. My gosh, Ai is just shaking her head and just saying, what is going on? I wish I wasn't out here at this moment.
Maybe a much needed break for her. After this event, there's a 2.5-month layoff in the tour before it resumes again in September.
And that's the first point there. Niu just kind of pulled off of a forehand and really stayed down through the shot there. And quickly again, 12-1. It's only a matter of a couple of minutes, and Jianfeng is probably going to be the U.S. Open Pro Tour winner on the women's side.
And she will have won it more lopsidedly than I think any other match we've had here from the quarterfinals on, men's or women's.
That's for sure. This has been one-sided from the beginning, and now it's even more so. First prize in this women's singles is $10,000. I'm just so impressed with her focus and the fact that she hasn't given points away, and that's the sign of a champion. Someone that just, I know she probably feels she doesn't really feel bad that she's beaten Umemura so badly and kind of embarrassing her. She's still fighting hard and not giving points away. And Umemura is just making error after error, and probably like to go back to her coach and get off this court as soon as possible. Oh my gosh, look at that shot.
How long has it been since you've seen a 16-1 in a finals?
I haven't seen one in years, actually, and Niu is playing almost perfect table tennis. She only missed that one forehand, and I think she just half gave it to her on that shot. Other than that, she hasn't given up a point.
And she's ranked 25th in the world with all this perfection.
And I think going up.
Makes you wonder about the 24 ahead of her.
Right.
Dan mentioned the $10,000 first prize here. It's part of an annual purse on the Pro Tour of about $1.25 million. Roughly $250,000 of that will be dished out at the Grand Finals, which take place next January.
Well, Niu may be a coming star. She's only 20. Moving up, and the way she's playing this final, it's clear that she is a potential world champion, Olympic champion. Her partner, Zhang Yining, number 2 ranked in the world, lost early to Olga Nemes from Germany. Big upset. And that kind of opened up the door in the top half of the eye.
Abnormally strong applause just because it's the second point of this game for Umemura.
Look at that backhand. It's beautiful. Just Umemura opening up with the topspin and this snap backhand. The Japanese coach told her about 10 things between games 2 and 3, and I can't imagine that any of them worked.
Wow, that's it. One of the most dominant performances that this event has seen.
Unbelievable. You would think almost by random you'd be able to score more points, but just an awesome display by Niu Jianfeng, the number 3 seed, as she wins the women's singles in a romp over Ai Umemura from Japan. Right off the top of the net, and an easy 3-0 victory for Niu Jianfeng.
So all of our finals, women's doubles, men's doubles, and now women's singles have been straight game victories. In the case of Jianfeng, it's 21-11, 21-13, and 21-2. And we will return with the men's singles finals of the U.S. Open after this. We will return to the U.S. Open for the trophies presentation of this women's singles final after a message. How do you say these guys? I've got Liu
Guzhang.
Johnny. Are we going to go Wong or Wang?
Wong.
Okay.
Another 30 minutes.
Oh, that's another one we
Fast match.
finished it.
Way too fast.
Wow.
That was really impressive, though. Jeez. That's like a first round score,
I
not a final.
wish I knew enough about the sport to appreciate what we just saw there. Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, now our award ceremony for the women's singles.
Now for the trophy presentation from women's singles, let's go to Richard McAfee.
Take a minute to introduce our presenters for this awards. From our ball sponsor, Nutaku, Mr. Hiroki Hirose. And representing Butterfly Japan, Ms. Kanishi. First, our presentation to our runner-up. From Japan, Umemura. She's had a great week here. And to our new champion for 2001, New Jianfeng from China. And along with that trophy is $10,000 in prize money. Coming up shortly will be the men's final.
Thank you.
So 3 of the 4 major titles have been decided here at the U.S. Open, both doubles and now the women's singles championship. Coming up, the men's singles finals, which again features a substantial underdog as well as a strong favorite. Should be interesting.